The Bonneville T100 has always been one of Triumph's purest Bonnevilles. The one that quietly gets on with the job. It's simple, it's classic, and it's rooted in the kind of riding that made people fall in love with motorcycles in the first place. Sure, it's not the most powerful motorcycle in their range, and it certainly doesn't shout for attention, but that's kind of the point and the magic of the T100. This bike is all about feel, excitement, enjoyment over any numbers. So, without further ado, I want to ride this bike and see what I think. For 2026, this is the Bonneville T100, Triumph's modern classic that evolves gently each year rather than being radically redesigned. Starting with the price, in the UK the 2026 T100 is listed from £9,695 on the road for the standard colour finish, but for a more two-tone premium paint option like the jet black or Snowdonia white, the price sits closer to £10,195, indicating roughly a £500 additional cost for the two-tone schemes. Under the tank sits Triumph's 900cc liquid-cooled parallel twin engine, producing 64.1 brake horsepower with 80 Nm of torque. Braking is handled by a single front disc with a 2-piston caliper and a rear disc with ABS as standard. Suspension comes from conventional KYB 41mm front forks and KYB twin rear shocks, prioritising comfort and simplicity over sportiness. For features, the T100 blends classic analogue twin dials with an integrated LCD screen for essential ride information. For 2026 updates, the T100 gains a 6-axis IMU, enabling lean-sensitive ABS and traction control. There's also a new riding mode added for this year, plus cruise control available as an optional extra, bringing more modern capability without overhauling the bike's classic appeal. These updates reflect Triumph's approach of incremental refinement based on rider feedback, rather than a massive overhaul. In terms of weight and capacity, the wet weight is about 228 kilograms and the fuel tank holds 14.5 litres. Finally, the seat height is 790mm. For context, I'm a 5'4" individual, or 162 centimetres, with a 29-inch inside leg measurement, or 73.66 centimetre inside leg measurement, and I'll quickly overlay a sit-on shot so you guys can judge reach for yourself. Alright, it's time to ride.
Right everybody, so I am astride the Bonneville T100. What an exciting experience for me. I've never ridden a T100, I've never ridden a T120, and you know what, we had to jump on this for some photo opportunities and kind of video opportunities that hopefully you'll see in the intro. And that was my first experience of riding the T100. When I got on it, straight after the scrambler, it became very apparent that the exhaust note and the sound of this bike, I mean, I thought it sounded good on the Scrambler 900, but it sounds delicious on this bike. So good. Yeah, I've never ever ridden a T100 at all, and it's just so lovely. So when I hopped on it from riding the Scrambler 900, the sound, I thought the Scrambler 900 sounded good, but oh my gosh, no. This sounds so meaty, just the way the exhaust is on this, so good. So one of my first riding impressions about this is how comfy the seat is. It's so plush, the padding is so nice, and yeah, I just really like the ergonomics of it, the bars, everything is just real nice. Now another thing that I really like about this bike is how for this new model year 2026 they have kept the twin clocks. So with the Speed Twin 1200, you know, Triumph got a bit of flack for that because they put that new, more kind of modern dash on it. I'm so glad they haven't done it with the Bonnevilles, well, the Bonneville T100 and T120, because it's just right, isn't it? It's just what you want from a modern classic or a modern retro. So like with all the new updates for the Bonnevilles, this has the 6-axis IMU, so we've got the lean sensitive cornering ABS and traction control. We've got a rain and a road mode with this now, so it didn't used to have that. And because it's got the, you know, extra mode now, we do have an option, it is an option of cruise control. So the T120 comes with that as standard, but with this you can get it as an optional extra. Wow, look at this road! How epic! Oh, we're so high up. The view is so insane, and the engine braking, be doing engine braking things. Now, the heart of this, you've got a very sleek, very elegant, very beautifully designed parallel twin 900cc, and designed to look kind of more water cooled than a liquid cooled engine. You know, it's got like the fins on it, and yeah, it's just a very, very pretty engine. Almost as pretty as this view, actually. This is stunning. You well, sir. Toad doing the big brakes. Bumpy, bumpy. So with this bike, we've got full LEDs now, all around. Pretty modern, pretty nice. It won't quite look like what you see on these bikes, because of course these are American spec, and they have different regulations when it comes to lighting and all that jazz. But yeah, I'm very, very happy that they chose to keep the twin clocks, because I feel like they're very pretty. They show the speed nice, they show the revs nice. Then you've got two LCD screens, which are quite nice as well. They show like your gear indicator and your fuel range and all that good stuff. I mean, the Bonneville T100, we've got some Michelin classics fitted, and so far they seem to be doing a great job. Another Cybertruck. I think that's about 3 I've counted so far. Oh, some big hills. The torque of the mighty T100 is pulling it up. It's pulling it up. Steel plates ahead, what the heck? Oh, that's said steel plates. Whoa, look at them cactus. They're big, aren't they? They kind of don't want to meddle with the bike too much, because customers absolutely love the T100, the T120. Apparently Triumph listened to feedback, and you know, a lot of the owners, they love the looks and the style of these bikes. So yeah, Triumph are very reluctant to kind of make any unnecessary tweaks. They just kind of want to, you know, give people what they might actually want. But I tell you what, it goes around bends alright, doesn't it? As demonstrated. It's soaring round these bends. Wouldn't want to get it wrong there, would you, and end up under that thing? We've just got it in second gear, idling down the hill. No revs then, just chug chug chugging. Oh, it's a perfect engine for it, I tell you. I'm actually getting a heap load of enjoyment out of riding this bike. Just a heap load. Because it's just so simple and understated. And just romantically classic and sweet. Like in the sense that it just looks so bonny, pardon the pun. And you know what? Because I've always, you know, loved the kind of street triples and speed triples of the Triumph lineup, and I've always seen kind of bonnies as, oh, a dog of some variety or a weird fox, I don't know. Wow, look at that flag. America! Yeah! I've always seen Bonnevilles as kind of like maybe a little bit of an old man's bike. Oh, I'm so sorry to say that. But riding them out here has really kind of changed my perception of the bike. Wow. So obviously I can only really talk about the T100 from a first ride impression because I don't have experience with the model previously at all. So yeah, hopefully when I'm back in the UK, Triumph will maybe lend me one for a couple of weeks so I can have a right good play around with it, really get to understand it. But actually, to be fair, I think I just do understand it. It's just a lovely, just modern classic that it's just not trying to be anything it's not. But it rides delightfully. It rides so lovely, so progressive, so smooth. But yet, the way the engine sounds, like it's got something about it. Oh, I tell you what, contact lenses are melting into your eyes in this temperature. Oh, it is hot, hot, hot. But so far I'm actually made up with this new jacket of mine. Jumpy Chad. It is quite wild on the old eyeballs, like flicking in the shade to the sun, to the shade to the sun, to the shade to the sun. Just like the slow speed on it, slow control is gorgeous, the clutch is light. And I didn't expect the clutch to be light on a bike like this, because everything just looks purposeful and weighty. But it is light, and it is nice. And we do have the adjustable levers as well, which is just thoughtful. Fifth gear pull, that was alright out of that. That was alright. Sounds real nice in fifth gear as well. Particularly when you pick it back up. Lovely job. Lovely job. Oh, I feel like when you just get the T100 on roads like this, it's absolutely blissful. I really would love to try it in the UK and see if I find it just as lovely, because it's just gorge. The drive out of corners is awesome. I must say though, it is a little bit vibrator through the pegs and through the bars. Like when we just pulled up there where the American flag was, I can feel it in my fingers are tingling, and that's usually a sign when a bike's a bit vibey. And I didn't get it, weirdly enough, with the Scrambler this morning. But then, is it a compound problem? Because I rode the Scrambler with the same engine, and now I've rode the T100 and now I'm feeling it. But I don't know whether it's just because we're riding a bit harder now on the way back, perhaps. And I'm riding in lower gears to really make the most of the torque so I can keep up with the boys. And because of that, it's revving higher, which is obviously going to create more vibrations. So yeah, again, it'd have to be like in my first impressions cons, but I would like to hear your opinions as to whether you think it's quite a vibraty bike. But I would like to kind of have this a bit more long term and probably ride it a bit more sedately, because I'm complaining of vibrations, but someone that buys this bike, you know, isn't really buying a bike to kind of hoon around on these kind of roads. And you know, we're doing it because it's press launch for you, and we have to like test the bikes and give it what for a little bit. But yeah, I feel like the customer base, I don't know, I know a few young people actually with T100s and they're hooligans, hipster hooligans. So maybe I'm speaking out of line here, but yeah, maybe the core audience that's maybe a bit older isn't gonna absolutely rag a T100 and consequently feel the vibrations, or don't feel the vibrations is what I'm trying to get at. Do you know what I'm saying? I think I'm just waffling now, I'm sorry. You're used to my ways if you watch the channel. Oh, big thing. Oh, we don't like that. Oh, crikey, O'Reilly. Oh, that sun is bright. But at least it's sun, so that's not a complaint at all. I'm very much enjoying my time with the T100, and with that I'll take you to my outro with my pros and my cons. Right everybody, well, I have just got back in from riding Triumph's and Bonneville T100, and of course you guys have heard of all the changes that have been provided to this bike, but it was my first time actually riding the T100 in general. I haven't ridden the model before it, so this was kind of like a first impressions experience for me. And I have to say, I really like this bike. It's so mellow, it's easy going, it's laid back. It's the type of bike that you can jump on and you don't feel like you have to be a menace or a hooligan. You can just sit on it, just all that torque, just put, just riding around and just enjoying it for what it is. And yeah, it's been absolutely lovely. Now, of course, with everything, I have my pros and I have my cons. So I will pop them on the screen now, just some that I've kind of deduced from the ride today. But you can pause the screen at your leisure so that you can read those if you want. But yeah, all in all, it's been an absolutely cracking day. It's really put this bike on the kind of map for me because I always associated it, I'm really sorry if you own one of these, with like older people and like fuddy-duddy people, but riding it, no, it's completely changed my perspective of it. I actually think it's kind of, you know, maybe even a young person's bike, someone who's a bit hipster, someone who wants the sound, you know, the sexiness, the elegance, the classic appeal. And yeah, I'm pretty sure, well, I'd say it'll do well for Triumph, but it already does well for Triumph, so it's already going to do well just with the upgrades that make it better. Right team, I hope you've enjoyed this. If you have, hit the subscribe button. I'm always grateful, and I'll catch you all on the next video. Goodbye.